Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Daily Post Africa for another great discussion, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. Before we continue, I want to ask you to take a minute, go to the comment section and type thank you to these three great lions of Africa. These three guys are really making our continent what it is supposed to be. As you may know, for years and decades, we have been the slaves and the Western countries have been the masters. But these three men have rewritten the story, and today we are bouncing on one top story coming to you from Mali. And that is the Canadian mining giant Barrick Gold has registered a loss of $318 million. In this video, we are going to show you how the loss came about and why this loss is very significant for you and me and any other person who wishes Africa well. So let's dive and get started. In 2023, the authorities in Mali said, "You have stolen enough from the Malian people, and we are amending the mining code." When the mining code was amended, the code seeks to increase the percentage of government-owned shares within Barrick Gold in Mali. And Barrick Gold says, "We cannot accept this." So they begin pulling ropes. The government of Mali says, if you are not able to meet the demands of the new mining code, then I think first close the office and relax. Anyway, the gold is ours. So after the closure of the office, still Barrick Gold did not adhere to the new code and did not take into consideration what the government of Mali wanted them to comply with. This kept on, and last year, the government of Mali was now forced to confiscate 3 metric tons of gold. So that is where the loss is coming from, because currently the gold prices have shot up. What that means is, if Barrick Gold was in possession of this gold that has been confiscated by the authorities in Mali, they would have made $318 million. But wait a second, $318 million, that is where the story gets more exciting. The CEO of Barrick Gold is sitting on fire, and in fact, in a latest interview with Reuters news agencies, he said, "We do not even know where they are keeping our gold." And it makes me smile. Why? Europeans, Westerners will keep referring to African gold as their gold. No, this ain't Barrick Gold's gold, okay? It is not Canadian gold. This is Malian gold. I don't see any reason whatsoever why Barrick Gold should keep asking, where is this gold kept? Anyway, just like a normal criminal investigation, this is gold confiscated by authorities. How dare do you want to know where the evidence is kept? But that is not the gist of the story. The gist of the story is here. 3 metric tons of gold, and Barrick Gold is crying foul. We have made a loss of $318 million. That is just within a space of 1 year, last year up to now. Now, for you to get the interest of this story, let's roll back and understand, when did Barrick Gold begin operating in Mali? Barrick Gold began operating in Mali in 2005. How many years have gone by? It's a huge number of years. And then if they have been taking approximately 3 metric tons of gold from Mali every year, they have been taking $318 million from Mali every single year. Multiply by the number of years that have gone by, and you will see how much Mali has lost. After taking this gold, these same people from the West come and say Mali is one of the poorest countries. But then, now that we have known what they have been ripping off from this gold, 3 metric tons, just 3 metric tons, and they are crying foul of $318 million. It basically tells us that if we were to take on our calculators and say from 2005, all right, minus 25. So for 20 years, if each every 3 tons of gold gives them $318 million. So we can now do the mathematics, all right? 318 times 20. Damn, these guys have taken about $6 trillion from Mali over a period of 20 years. So what is important about this story is that you and me and all other leaders in countries where minerals are should be able to know how much these guys have been stealing from us and how much these guys underlook us. They call us poor when they are taking $318 million yearly from a small country like Mali. So during the interview, the CEO of Barrick Gold also said that 3 of his executives still continue to be detained. And he colors it and says, this is a pure abuse of human rights. But hey, hold on a second. Let's ask the question, how many black people were taken to Americas, to Canada, to Australia, to Europe during slave trade? How many Africans were taken to slavery? And were they taken with their consent or it was against their will? And then this gentleman here comes and says 4 of Barrick Gold's mining executives are being detained in a manner that contravenes human rights principles, so it's a kind of human rights abuses. Hey, Mr. CEO, what you're gonna have to do, you can go to a country like Congo, where there is a puppet leader, where everybody's stealing gold, where everybody's stealing cobalt, where everybody's stealing tin, where everybody's stealing whatever they want. But you cannot mess with this man here, Assimi Goïta. He is a revolutionary leader. He's just like his other friends, Captain Ibrahim Traore and Omar Trashani. These are men who have been made by God to rewrite the chapter of Africa. So if you think you're by crying foul, things are gonna change, oh, I am sorry, you're gonna have to stay strong. You're gonna have to stay strong and swallow the bitter pill that Africa is rising. Africa is now on the verge of a pure and proper breakthrough, on the verge of true liberation and on the verge of true independence. So if you think you're going to cry foul, human rights and this and that, that is not going to happen. You can continue to fund militias, you can continue to do all that you want to do to destabilize Mali. But hey, listen, the youth of Africa have woken up. We are behind Assimi Goïta. We are behind Ibrahim Traore. We are behind Omar Trashani. And our being behind them is not just to support them liberate those 3 countries, is to support them spread the dream and liberate the whole of Africa, is to support them reclaim our resources that you have stolen for decades, is to support them liberate all the African countries from the mental slavery that you've put us to for all these years. So, if you agree with Assimi Goïta to confiscate this gold and even confiscate more and even detain more Westerners, give us a thumbs on this video and hit that like button and leave us a comment and say, Viva, Viva Assimi Goïta, long live Africa, long live Mali, long live Sahel, and hey, long live Captain Ibrahim Traore, our only lion.